Welcome, guys, to the Double O podcast. Double O stands for Opposing Opinions. We have your host, PennyWhysTV, and we also have, who are you?
My name is Donovan, but you guys will find me as known as Unknown Skills.
Okay, Unknown Skills is his alias, his online internet alias. Uh, Quick rundown of the topics of the podcast. We're going to have our news segment first. We got a few articles that we wanted to talk about for a little bit. And then we also have later after that top three underrated anime. Um, and then our right after we have the news segment, we are going to have top three underrated anime. Uh, Donovan, or what do you want me to refer to you as in this podcast? Donovan or
Just say skills.
Skills?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to be Skills? Okay. So, Skills is going to provide two underrated anime, and then I'm going to have my one that's going to make three top three underrated anime. So, this is going to be our top segment where we have top threes, top fives, top five rage moments, top five sad moments, top five characters, etc., etc. Um, and then what else do we have? We have our main topic is going to be is ReZero top 25 anime. Now I'm not gonna lie,
Thought
I
it out.
I didn't make my list, so we're just gonna bounce a little bit off of yours. I do have a top 20 list that I had just sitting around, so I'll have that a little bit. And then after the top is ReZero top 25 anime, we're gonna have which anime character suffered the most, and then lastly, favorite scene from Wistoria. So without further ado, let's get into our news segment. We have the first article: John Wick anime planned as a prequel feature film. We don't have too much information from this article, but we do know if you've been paying attention to the franchise, there was something about his impossible mission which made John Wick retire. So this anime is going to feature part of that. So some of this is going to be actually canon. And so the anime is going to be coming out for John Wick. Do you have any thoughts about this anime? Are you even the slightest bit interested in this? I'm a little bit interested. I'm not like crazy about John Wick, to be honest.
Have you seen all four of the John Wicks?
I believe so.
I did
There was
not watch the last one.
it's it was way better than the Matrix 4. I'll tell you that.
The newest Matrix,
Yeah, the
I
last
definitely
Matrix,
did not. I have not seen that one as well.
because they were like made it around the same time.
Oh, I think when the first John Wick I seen was when his dog died. That was the first one I seen. That's when it first came out. Around what was that, like 2015, 2016 time
Hmm.
frame. That's when I was actually getting into John Wick. Um, if they made an anime, it's actually gonna be cold as fuck. It's gonna be really nice. I can already just imagine, because it depends. It depends. Matter of fact, because or do you think they're gonna emphasize on John Wick killing somebody with just a pencil, killing that entire group of people with just a pencil? You think that? Can you see
But
that animated?
yeah, I mean, isn't there a pencil scene? How many times did they do the pencil scene in the anime? Like they did it. They did it at least once. I remember. He killed someone with a pencil
In anime?
in the movie.
Oh, I have
And
not seen him kill somebody with a pencil in a movie.
I believe it was maybe the third one when they started hunting him for the first time. He killed someone. It might have been in like a subway
Maybe.
when the bounty first started after him.
Oh, and everybody was chasing after him.
Yeah, like when they first sent out.
Uh, I can't remember it, but if they did do that, I think the animation might be better, especially more memorable.
Yeah, yeah, I'm slightly interested. That's all I got to say about this topic. About
I
that
think
is
I think I'll leave it at that as well.
okay. And then we also have One Piece manga. Takes 2 weeks. Are you still an avid reader of manga? Do you know if they take frequent 2 week breaks for One Piece manga?
Yeah, they take a good amount of breaks, especially One Piece. They do it every I can't tell you like their average, but they take a good amount of breaks. Most of the
Mm.
time near December too. Sometimes they take the entire month of December for a break. That's
And
why I, that's why I try to read different mangas.
uh huh. Yeah, you read like way more manga than me. Like I only read the only time I really read manga was to get ahead in the anime that I really liked. Or if there was like nothing left of the story afterwards, then I'll go to the manga. But I'm not gonna go to the manga as my primary source of viewing the source material. Like I'm an anime watcher.
Yeah, I would start off on anime, and if it's really good, like it catches my eye, that's when I actually go into the manga.
Hmm. Like
And one anime manga I have not been able to catch out is ReZero.
they have a manga or a light novel.
I don't know what they have, and I cannot find it.
I believe it's a light novel. I don't think they have a ReZero manga. Or may I mean not. I mean I haven't looked at the light novel in like 5 years, so maybe they do now. But last I checked, it was a light novel that I read, like an actual book.
I am wondering when they. I have not caught up on One Piece manga yet. Right now, I'm probably like 3, 4 chapters behind, but I guess this will give me enough time to read their manga to catch up. If they're taking, you said 2 week break.
Yeah, and let me see what the reason was. I think they said a specific reason. I don't know if this dude's going on vacation. I don't know.
Oh, it's been on break. It comes back November 11th.
Yeah. So it'll come back in 2 weeks. That's best. This segment is basically for the people that read the One Piece manga, which I'm not part of. You're part of that, and maybe a few other people that are watching this now. All right.
Have you
So
seen? Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna get to the next point. You want to just say something else?
No, I was about to. I mean, yeah, I was about to tell you about the One Piece live. Did you watch the One Piece live?
Yeah, yeah. I watched the One Piece live action. I believe I watched
They
all
said
8 episodes.
they said they got a total of $137 million.
Revenue?
Yeah. Oops, I'm reading that wrong. That's One Piece film red.
I was gonna say that doesn't. I mean, it's a lot, but for One Piece, it doesn't sound like a lot.
Oh, he's talking about money wise.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
I was just gonna go to the next news segment. I don't want to spend too much time on news. We might have
All
to
right.
cut a segment out. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. We'll just continue. We'll play it by ear. So the last two articles we got is this Death Note game. I read this briefly. I do have some thoughts about it as well. It's a new online social deduction game. It's going to be on PS5, PS4, and PC. I guess fuck Xbox. I don't see Xbox, so I mean I got a PS4, so this is why I got the PS4, right?
You get your PS4 to play this game?
No, I got a PS4. It was for a different reason, some other reasons, but I have a PS4.
Understandable.
I can play this game if I want to. Is what I'm saying. So let me read a little bit of the article. In the game, there's up to 10 players. are on one of two teams: Kira and his followers, or L and his investigators. Kira's team aims to kill using the Death Note, while L's team must seize and dispose of the Death Note. And both teams are trying to uncover identities. It sounds kind of lit. Does
Yeah.
it not sound lit?
Yeah, and it also sounds like that one game where you try to find out who's the imposter. What's that game? What's that
Do
game
you
called?
are you thinking of the game that I'm thinking of, where it's like VR? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, no. I know what you're talking about, but that's not the game I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about the game where you try
You're
to
not
figure
talking
out the
about Among Us,
imposters.
are you?
Yeah, I am thinking about Among Us. That's what it sounds like. It just sounds like there's more players, and
No,
they're actually both.
this isn't Among Us. I don't think. I think this is like team versus team. You know?
That's what I mean. Like it's similar because each team is trying to figure out the identity of the person. Basically, you're trying to identify the killers, and the killers are undercover trying to figure out who the cops are. Technically,
Yeah, I don't know what all the game mechanics is. That's just like the basic premise. Um, I think there was a release date November
November
5th.
5th.
So that literally in 4 days, this game is gonna come out. And I ain't gonna lie, man. Do you want to play this game? Do you want to stream this one?
I'm gonna check it out.
Oh,
We could play it if we check it out.
but it
Have you
depends.
seen the trailer yet?
Nah, of this game.
Yeah.
Is there a trailer?
Yeah, I'm watching it right now while we're talking. Can you still hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now. They're talking about I do exist, so come on, try to kill me. Oh wow. Literally like a chessboard where you see lights going versus L.
I did have some pre-predictions. I think like I thought this game is going. I think it's gonna last like 2 months, and then it's gonna like slowly die off. Like it'll have
Yeah.
like a healthy. It's not gonna die completely. It's gonna have a player base, but it's not gonna be as big as it was when it first came out. Unless some like big streamers start picking this up, and it just goes crazy.
Even if streamers pick this up, this may not go that big because the mechanics on this game are looking my opinion, looking below average.
Not
it
much
looks
to
like
it.
a it looks like a top down game.
Mm, that doesn't sound promising. Was is there a price point anywhere in this article? That's what I really want to know. What is the price point of this game?
I'm gonna guess around like 20,
I was
20
gonna
to thirty
say
dollars.
I was gonna say 30. I'm not paying more than 30. 40 is the hard limit, but I really don't want to pay more than 30 for this game.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna guarantee a top down. It's top down,
we'll see.
almost like Minecraft Dungeons.
Okay. I still want to like try it out for research purposes.
Understandable.
It could be like an investment.
It did look a little if you like invested in it, like actually put the time and effort to play it. It did look a little fun because it showed that you could write characters' name in there and how they die. So like somebody wrote in the book that the character is gonna go across the street and get hit by a bus, and they got hit by a bus. So
Damn.
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see how deep this game goes, because that will determine the longevity. I feel like, because people get bored of the same thing, so you gotta have a lot to the game mechanics and content. So we'll see November 5th. I'm most likely gonna like maybe invest in it just for research purposes, and to let you guys know if it's pass or trash. I'll let you guys know in the next podcast. We'll add this as another topic, small topic. All right. So last but not least, We have Elusive Samurai season 2. I didn't send you this article, but I had it like saved. Um, we don't really know too much about uh, the season 2. All we know is that it's in production, and that we will be seeing a season 2. Um, do you plan on watching this anime? Like I've
What is
been
it called?
Elusive Samurai. I've mentioned this anime at least 3 times to you, 3 or 4 times.
Is it already on Crunchyroll?
I haven't checked.
Yeah, if it's on Crunchyroll, I can definitely try it out and look it up. Because I tried Vivi. I tried Vivi.
Hmm.
And that ping pong anime was pretty good.
What?
And the ball dance room.
You watched the ping pong anime?
Dude, I watched the ping pong, ball dancing, Vivi. Bro, I read what you give me. I tell.
But I thought you said you couldn't give it past like 2 or 3 episodes of the ping pong animation.
Oh no, yeah, I definitely didn't like it, but didn't like the animation. But that's not like it's not gonna stop it from like the story
You saw the whole thing.
being told. No, I'm still like three. I'm 2 or 3 episodes left.
Okay.
I haven't went back because I had to go back to the internet to watch it because it's not on Crunchyroll.
It has a good it wraps things up nicely. I'm satisfied with it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I think that's all we have. Elusive Samurai, I definitely recommend.
I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
I told you it was better than Wistoria. I think I was just in the moment though when I said that because I watched the final episode. I think Wistoria is still better, but Elusive Samurai is like right under it, if not on par. So that's all for the news segment. And now we have our top segment. This week we're gonna have top 3 underrated anime skills. I'm gonna have to get used to calling you skills because I've never called you skills before. So, do you want to give one of your underrated anime, and then I'll give mine, and then
Yeah, let's go.
you'll give your second one.
Yeah,
So,
let's go ahead and give them. If we're gonna say top, I'd say right now, number one, I'd say it's Terraformars. If
and
I could like, I'm gonna send that to you, and I'm gonna see if you could like, when we talk about it, or when I say the name, you can like post it up on the screen so people can see which one I'm talking about.
mhm. Is it possible to type in the chat like how it's spelled?
Yeah, let me see. Let me see how.
I feel like I know how to spell it. Terraformars. Okay, I will spell it with an E. Terraformers. All right. Tell us a little bit about this anime. Why?
So
Why should we watch it?
basically, it's about giant cockroaches. One second. I see that my screen goes pause when I'm editing the pictures on here.
Yeah, I see
But
that.
basically, it's about a planet trying to harvest materials from another planet from Mars, and they're just giant cockroaches. It sounds disgusting, but it's pretty cool. These people all have different types of power-ups, different types of powers that they're born with,
Hmm.
and they try to go to Mars to get those what do you call them, resources. Anyway, they're one of their missions. They go to Mars to get resources. They battle off the cockroaches. A lot of people die. And they come back. The mission was kind of successful, kind of failure because they lost a lot of people.
Hmm.
And they're like, hey, we gotta go back. There's a lot of stuff out there. We gotta get the people. And on the way back, it seems like one of the cockroaches got on their ship, and it adapts too. So some of them adapted and took the powers from some of the people that killed the other cockroaches. And now they were using those same powers that the people were using to kill the cockroaches to kill the people.
So these cockroaches are intelligent.
Very intelligent. But they don't speak.
Hmm.
they're dangerous too. There's some powers where this girl, she like turns, and I can't even tell you. All I know is one of the guys has a spider power where he does a webbing thin line that's, silk. It'll tell you how strong spider web silk is. So just imagine like a baby spider, their silk is strong. Imagine a grown human adult over 200 pounds that can produce that type of silk and how strong it could be. If it's strong as a little baby spider, just imagine how strong it would be if a human made it. Anyway, it was pretty strong, and he could like grab a rock, swing it around, slice everybody's necks off, and kill them. Well, he's killing cockroaches, but
he's kind of like Spider-Man.
He could kill Spider-Man, and
how?
That's saying, I'm saying that as someone who watches Marvel and has watched all the Spider-Man movies and has also watched or read a lot of Spider-Man comics.
That's crazy.
He's strong.
That's a crazy statement.
The thing is, though, they have to take these little injections to make their powers come out.
Every time?
From my remembering, yeah. I haven't seen that anime in probably like a couple of years. I had to do some research to see, trying to look up for underrated animes. And this one was very underrated because I was like, hey, why have I not heard anyone ever talk about this? And it's like, it's great story. It's great. It's action, top tier.
I mean, I'll tell
action
you why.
Action is top tier.
I'll tell you why. People are turned off by cockroaches.
Yeah.
I ain't watching this.
They don't even look like cockroaches.
When did this come out?
Let me check.
Depending on when it came out, I might watch this.
Let's see. I think I've seen it 2 or 3 times. It looks like it came out in 2016. It says 2014 to 2016.
I may check this
and
out.
It's still on Crunchyroll.
I'm gonna add it to the list. You got me. You sold me.
It said the reason that they haven't been coming out with more seasons is because the manga was forced into hiatus due to Sasuga's health issues.
Why manga artists always got health issues?
I don't know, man. I don't understand. They make millions of dollars. Well, I can't say they make millions of dollars. I don't know how much they make out there. They should be making a lot of money though. If people would stop like pirating a lot of their stuff, which sucks, but it's like there's no other way for us to watch it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not available on some platform like Tokyo Revengers, I gotta watch that on some off-brand site. It's not on Crunchyroll.
They have it on Hulu.
I'm not paying for Hulu. All right.
Oh, so you're behind. Okay.
On what?
On Tokyo Revengers.
Yeah.
The anime.
I just, I've been reacting to it. I've only seen the first 2 episodes of the last season.
All right, cool.
All right, so let's say my anime. So my anime is called, and I sent this to you before, Shinsekai Yuri. I think the reason this anime is so underrated is because it's really hard to say the name. So that's why people don't talk about this as much.
Spell it.
SHINSEKAI space YORE. The English translation is From the New World. This is an anime by A1 Pictures. There's 25 episodes, 1 season. And I believe this came out in 2012. Let me double check. 2013. It aired from September 29th, 2012 to March 23rd, 2013. So
Shinsekai.
Shin Sekai Yuri. Have you watched this? I've sent you this anime. I've texted this to you. Like if you had a
Most likely, most likely have not seen it. I'm looking at it right now. It looks like I'd have to look it up. Any anime that I have to normally look up to watch on the internet, if I can't find it on like Hulu, Crunchyroll, or Netflix, it takes me a while to get to them
why?
because now I got to go through like look for the right website, and also I have to deal with when I'm watching it on a website like Eminence in Your Shadow. I finally found it on Amazon Prime, but before I had to look it up on the internet. When I would watch it on the internet, I'd have to start clicking off ads and then ads and ads and ads, and even at work, like if I tried to watch a single video, dude, I try to watch a single video and then random porn pops up while I'm at work. So now I'm trying to like close my phone before somebody walks by and they're like, "Why are you looking at that stuff?" When literally I'm just watching a cool anime. And when that stuff happens, I stop watching it because I don't want porn on my phone. Like,
And
man,
ain't no ad blocker.
no, I don't have ad blocker. I'll be on my phone.
Mm, okay. So we have Shinsekai Yuri. I'm getting better at saying this name. We had it on the screen. We're gonna have it on the screen. Let me tell y'all a little bit about this anime. Uh, this is similar to Promised Neverland. It has some Promised Neverland vibes. So if you were disappointed with season 2, you still want to get that Promised Neverland itch scratch, this could be the anime for you. Think of Promised Neverland, except the kids got powers. They got telekinesis powers. They live in a society now where they're kind of like secluded from the world. They're in this area to themselves. They live among themselves. They only like associate with themselves from the rest of the humans. For some reason, we're in this timeline where most of the humans got wiped out. On top of this anime being a bit suspenseful, a little bit of horror, it also has very big mystery elements. You're not going to know what's going on fully, but each episode is going to reveal a little bit more to the mystery.
Okay, that's actually something I might actually check out.
Yeah, and there's time skips, so you're gonna see the main characters, get older and like kids, and then they're gonna be like teenagers, and then even at the last stage, they're gonna be adults. So
Okay,
you get to
okay.
see the entire journey and their maturity as well. Yeah, highly recommend. It's actually in my top 10. It's a very, very sleeper top 10. That when people talk about top animes of all time, people usually mention Naruto, Hunter x Hunter, Attack on Titan. No one says Bleach for some reason, but that's in my top 5. Uh, One Piece is up there, but no one ever mentioned Shinsekai Yuri, and I believe it is a bona fide top 10 anime of all time, even with just 25 episodes. Very
All right,
great,
dude.
great story and great plot twists. Yeah, so that was basically one of my underrated animes. Do you want to give your second underrated anime?
All right, have you guys heard of Future Diary?
My Future Diary.
Let me see, is it called My Future Diary?
Are you talking about Mirror Nikki?
Yeah,
Okay.
The Future Diary.
You think that's underrated?
I have yet to hear anyone talk about it as good anime.
This podcast called Double O, right? I'm gonna pose
Yes,
this
it
opinion.
is. The Future Diary is without a actually, it's there's so many underrated, and I couldn't choose between these two, but I'm still gonna have you debate that. But I'm gonna have to go with Parasite the Maximum.
Underrated? People praise that anime. People like that anime. It's
Hey, I don't know
popular.
where you hear these. I don't know where you hear these praises from.
It's the same author from who? From someone, right? I can't
From someone?
remember. Who? What was his other work? I believe he had a bigger anime than that.
I don't know the guy.
I'm
I don't know most of the creators. I don't even know the guy's name who made One Piece.
Oda.
Yeah, that's his
So
name.
which one do you want to? You think Parasite's not underrated?
You feel like it's
It's
not
highly
underrated?
rated.
Mm. We can go back to. We can use Future Diary then.
Why do you think that's underrated?
The Future Diary.
Because no one talks about it.
Yeah, no one talks about it enough. It's actually a great anime. Great. It's
You
crazy. Psychological. It's like there's so many jump scares. There's so much you couldn't even understand or comprehend because of what was going on. Like you'd have to watch
what?
it from beginning to end.
Couldn't comprehend. That was an easy story to follow.
Not like you're not like it's not easy to follow. More like when you watch a show and you be like, yeah, I already know what's gonna happen. Like I know, like this is gonna be the villain. I know who this is. Like you can't. There's no way to figure that out until you get like towards the middle end of the story.
I don't
Who would have
remember.
guessed? Who would have guessed? Or what was her name?
It might be you know.
Who would have guessed? Had already killed everybody and made a wish.
See, man, that's what I'm saying. There are some hints in there. Like, I'm not saying that was easy to figure out, but I am saying it is figure outable if you pay attention to the clues and the foreshadowing. You could
Give
have
me some
figured that
clues.
out. Um, how does she have two phones? That's a big hint. And you could have deduced that okay, maybe she's done this before, and she's doing it again. Maybe she already won, and she made some kind of wish to like redo it or something. Like you could have figured out a little bit from your own theory. Now, you can't prove that it's right, but you could have a theory at least that this is another world or something along those lines.
Two phones doesn't give away anything. You could they were faking people out with that. She could have had two fake phones.
Nah, but like that was a big plot point. Like, cause if your phone gets destroyed and it was a real phone, it's an actual real phone. They have messages on them. It works just like her other phone, and her phone got destroyed, and then nothing happened to her. You could have figured out what the reason behind that right then and there at that moment. Just take a little bit of thinking. I'm not saying you're gonna figure out immediately, but after some brainstorming, you can theorize that maybe she's done this before, or maybe that is a second Yuno. Well, actually, and literally in the first episode, they foreshadowed that that was a second Yuno because in the first episode she killed her former self in that first scene and then the blood. You saw the blood, so literally gave it away in the first episode.
Nobody knew that was her killing herself.
I know, but after watching more of the show, you could maybe put that together. Oh yeah, that happened in the first scene because, like, what was that about? That's important, and you can theorize that. See, there's like the hints here and there where it's figure out a bowl,
Okay,
and yeah.
okay.
And that wasn't even the real point. Um, the reason why people don't talk about this anime as much is because it fell off. The main character just started acting real different, started killing people. The main character is kind of stupid. He's not the best MC. Um, started killing people, and it was just completely against his character. They ruined
He
his
had
character.
to win.
Nah, I don't fuck with him. I don't fuck with him.
You don't fuck with somebody who did what it takes to get the dub?
You ain't feel the energy switch, like towards the end of the anime. Like you ain't think. I think the anime was great up until a certain point where okay, this is turning into some, like I don't like it, especially when they started flying and like battling in different like worlds and dimensions, and the girl became like she got powers and shit. Taking this a little too far. I liked it when it was like social deduction, trying to figure out who's who, like Death Note vibes. I like that route better.
I liked how deep it got, how complex they made it.
It's really not
just
deep.
Showing what happens, that Yuno was a god and she just kept going back in time so that she could make him fall in love, and then he had to chase after her back in time so that he could stop all the madness. Like I loved all of it. It's because it answered the questions where you would ask like, okay, he won and Yuno left. Now what's gonna happen to that Yuno that's gone? Like she's just gonna keep repeating the story over and over and over again. He had to end it.
I think Steins Gate is deeper.
Deeper?
Because literally, think about this. Think how similar Steins Gate and Miraniki is. In the first scene, you heard the scream of Akabe in the very first episode. As the show goes on, you could deduce that, oh, that was Akabe from another timeline. So they have similar setups where they literally give it away in the first episode, but you have to do a little bit of thinking and theorizing to figure out like what happened from that beginning. See what I'm saying?
Do you think, let me ask you a question. Do you think Summertime Rendering is an underrated anime? Do you think that's getting enough praise?
I think it's underrated. I think it's very underrated. As a time travel show, it literally closes almost all of the loopholes. It doesn't leave many room for like loopholes in terms of time travel rules.
I hope you heard that, chat. Summertime Rendering. You guys got to check that one out. It's pretty great. It's pretty good. That just had to be an honorable mention.
I thought you was about to clown me.
I wanted that to be an honorable mention.
Yeah, that was actually a better one than Miraniki. Miraniki's good, but I thought it personally fell off. It was great. All right, so let's move on to the next topic. We're gonna scratch ReZero is a top 25 anime. We're gonna save that for another podcast because we're going over time with these topics. This is good. It just gives us a little bit more information to adjust some things for next time so we don't go over time. So this is a good little test, good little first podcast. So we're gonna go straight to our other topic that we had. Which anime character do we think suffered the most? Now you said what's his name? Subaru?
Natsuki Subaru
from ReZero. And I kind of agree with that as well, but there are some contenders. Is that your top? Is that your top pick for which anime character suffered the most?
Without a doubt. Like I don't think there's no one who could even touch his candle. I understand people lose their family members and they grow up. Like what's that one anime where the dude? What's that anime called?
You said that too casually.
Yeah, because I like wholeheartedly mean that. I've watched ReZero. I've watched it probably like 3 times. And I'm about to watch it a fourth time, and watching him relive those type of deaths are mentally draining. It's actually insane that he did not become a villain, because it's easier to live that way.
He can't be a villain because he would get bodied.
I mean, not really. If he had all the villains with him, he could just literally go around and kill off all the good people, and he'd know exactly where and when they would be, because he just go to their exact spots, see how it works. He dies, goes back, like, all right, you come with me. We're about to kill this nigga, and he's gonna do this first. Bam, he's dead. Like, if I understand he doesn't think that way, but he would start thinking more if he was evil. It's easy to think evil in different ways to kill evil people. I mean, to kill good people, because you know that they're good natured and what they'll do. It's hard for them to kill the witch's coat because they're psycho and you don't know what they're doing. Like, they literally are crazy and do different things. You can't like, ooh, prime example. What's her name? His queen, the ice lady. I forgot her name, but he know. You know her name?
Who?
The girl Nazi.
Amelia?
The girl Subaru loves. Yeah, Amelia. So, you know, if you hold a little child up with a knife to her neck in front of Amelia and you say, hey, don't move or I'm killing her, she's not going to move. Now, if you do that to a villain, they're going to kill her while she's in your hands, just to show you that they do not care. Good people have more weaknesses than bad people. You got a lot to protect.
I don't necessarily think that's true, because some villains care about their henchmen too.
That's true, but not the witch's coat.
I mean, they're like literally batshit crazy. They literally sacrifice themselves for the good of the cult. Like, get in the way of fire. I don't even know what they are, but
what's that anime we were about to talk about? I think it's Dororo. No, not Dororo. It's anyway, it's the anime character where before the dude is born, his father and mother make a pact with the demon or the devil.
That's what it is. Dororo.
Oh, Dororo? Okay, yeah. Now, I would say he suffered the most, but he really didn't even get a chance to suffer because he didn't understand anything at all. He just knew he didn't have body parts, which sucked, but I'd rather slowly go after revenge, killing people, getting my stuff back, than to already have everything and have it taken away from me while I have the knowledge of knowing that I have it.
Yeah, I don't think he suffered that much compared to these other characters. He didn't even have. He can't even feel pain.
Exactly. All right, now who did you say you had some contenders?
I mean,
who would you say is a runner-up?
I mean, let's take the most tragic anime of all time, Naruto.
Tragic. Ooh, that's. I thought we were about to be on the same page, but you said Naruto. So I'll listen to what you got to say about Naruto.
What you thought I was gonna say?
I thought you were gonna say Attack on Titan. That's one of the most tragics. That's actually insane that Eren, even though Eren made it this way, as a kid, he suffered that without the knowledge of what's going on. He watched his mom get eaten in front of his face.
I mean, that happens to...
That doesn't happen a lot.
But he wasn't suffering before that happened. Before the wall was kicked in, he wasn't suffering that bad.
No, he wasn't, but he was still like, what, 7?
Nah, he was like... he joined the Corps when? What age? 16? So he was 11, because it was a 5-year time skip.
All right, so he made it to 11. Okay.
That's not even that scarring. 11 years old. I mean,
dude, 11 years with a mom, and then watching her get eaten alive while you can't do anything. Well, first off, you watched your mom get her legs broken in front of your face, and then you're so weak as fuck that you can't even get her out of there. And next thing you know, a giant, a big ass, huge monster who you can't do nothing against, picks her up, and some dude literally comes over. I'm about to save your mom. I'm about to save your mom. You're like, oh my god, thank God. And then this dude just turns around and picks you up and flies away. Like, he not only did he think his mom was about to get saved, he realized he could do nothing to save her.
Sasuke clears the fuck out of Eren.
So that's
As far,
like,
as far
in
as,
terms
far
of
as being
fighting,
suffered, and as far
suffered.
as suffering, like he watched his parents get killed, like through the genjutsu. He saw how his parents got killed by his own brother.
That is pretty
That's fucked up.
traumatizing.
When someone close to you dies from another close person that you trusted with all your heart, that if you can't trust him, you can't trust anyone.
That's true and traumatizing. That's really, really traumatizing. I could imagine having somebody you looked up to all your life and then realize they betrayed you and your trust and killed your parents and everybody you've ever grown up with. Like, your whole heritage is gone.
Hey, I thought of a good pivot. I thought of a very good pivot. So let's just agree that Subaru is the most suffered person
Okay.
anime character. Do you want to pivot to who suffered the most in Naruto?
So for the most,
Because
um,
there's like five characters I can think of on the top of my head, maybe seven.
who would you say suffered between the second and third most?
Hokages?
No. People. Anybody in the anime.
Oh, in the anime, you wanna just stick it to Naruto? I think that would be a better segue.
Yeah, I'm talking about Naruto right now.
Okay. So I honestly I have Kakashi in there.
Do you have Kakashi as second or Kakashi as first?
I think first. I don't know who's first, but I think Gar's in there as well.
That's what I was hoping you would say. Because Garo definitely suffered a lot.
He had six assassination attempts by his own father at freaking 4 years old.
Did his mother try to kill him too?
His uncle.
Uh yeah.
And then he turned evil.
Assassination. I think he did have some people to love him though. Naruto is his life is pretty fucked up too. He's never had anyone to love him. For like how
Nar-
long did it take before someone actually showed an ounce of care for Naruto? Like, he never even got to figure out what love was.
Naruto is not top three.
Not top three.
Kakashi, Gaara, and Sasuke clears Naruto in terms of suffering.
Suffering. I don't
Because
think I highly doubt Sasuke suffered more than Naruto.
Kakashi is top two. Because you remember, um, who can handle a Tsukuyomi for 3 days? Which, like, that's meant. He didn't. I'm surprised he didn't mentally break. He was
Are
just
you
like,
talking about because of the genjutsu he went through?
yeah, for 3 days. That really felt like 3 years.
I mean, since you're adding genjutsu, so
That's
oh,
suffering. That's part of suffering.
I know. Say now when you put it like that, it like
I'm
kind of
talking
knocks
about
out.
all the suffering.
It kind of knocks out my plans because I wasn't even thinking about him suffering with the genjutsu. If we're gonna add that to Kakashi's roster of suffering, which is part of his suffering, then he has to be number one because Kakashi is the only person to ever make it alive out of Team Seven. He's lost almost every single teammate he has growing up. Any type of love he ever had died. His best friend died. His first love died. His dad died. His captain died. like, and then he had to fight his best friend after struggling to realize he's actually back alive. He had to fight him again. What? And wait, he killed his first love. Is that not insane?
I forgot about that. I was thinking that earlier. Like, no, what? Kakashi
Yep, he
loved
killed her.
Ren? I
Yes.
know Ren loved Kakashi, but Kakashi loved Ren?
Actually, now that you say that,
I don't think so.
I don't know anymore.
I think he loved her as a friend.
Hey, love her or not, he had love for her when he killed her, and
Yeah,
that's gotta hurt the most. Killing someone you love, care about.
I think he regrets that. If he were to go back in time, I think he would have done something differently, maybe.
True.
Damn.
But yeah,
So
Gara did suffer like crazy. His own dad tried to kill him.
he had literally no one. At least Naruto had like some schoolmates to play on the playground before they like abandoned them and went home.
Before they abandoned.
Went home with their parents. At least he got to play with the other kids. No one wanted to fuck with Gara at all. Stay away from me. So who suffered
Yeah,
the
but
most, Gara or Kakashi? Who you
oh,
got?
Kakashi, without a doubt. Kakashi had to kill somebody he loved, but Gara also killed somebody he loved, which is wow.
But think about the anguish. Gara turned evil. Why did Kakashi not turn evil?
Because he was still hurting. He still had hope.
He actually was before he joined the. No, I think it was during the Anbu as well. Like after that happened, he was like super angry, and he was like just killing people indiscriminately. Do you remember that?
Nah. Oh, you talking about when he was in Ambu?
Yeah, he was like he was like taking his anger out on the enemies. He was like killing them.
He's a dangerous guy.
So I put my vote for Kakashi. If you guys want to comment below who you think suffered the most in Naruto, I got my money on Kakashi.
So we got Subaru Natsuki for number one. Kakashi is number two, and then who we gotta get one more
Who
out of all the
suffered?
anime.
Who suffered the most, Sasuke or Gaara?
Gara. So not only was Gara not having anyone show him any love, and that his father was attempting assassinations on him, his father sent someone to take care of Gara, who Gara thought loved him. Gara loved that person, and then someone tried to assassinate Gara, only to find out it was the person who Gara loved. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember it
Yeah.
clearly.
So once he killed him, and then he was like, "Why did you have to come after me?" He saw the mask come off, and he was like, "Ah!" And he went fucking crazy because it's someone that he loved that he just killed, but they were trying to kill him. So he was trying to make sense of it. Like, I only killed you because you were trying to kill me, but I would never want to kill you.
It's pretty close, but I
Sasuke
think
didn't have to kill anybody he loved
the
until he had a clear conscience.
the only reason I'm giving it to Gaara, the point that sticks out the most is the assassination attempts. No one was trying to assassinate Sasuke. They like left him.
Sasuke had a good.
They left him
Sasuke had a
alone.
good childhood.
Yeah, up until
Yeah.
yeah, he actually did. Yeah. So that was the second to last topic. We can move on to the last topic. We have the favorite scene from Wistoria. Wistoria, Wand, and Sword. Do you already have yours cooked up, or do you want me to go first?
Yeah, mine was when he used his sword and the flame magic wrapped around it.
That was like the last episode or second to last?
Second to last episode.
Okay, that one.
Yeah.
Why'd you like that one?
Because he used it to cut that dragon in half. And at first, everything they tried failed. So not only was I getting closer to the screen and paying more attention, I noticed the details they put and when they wrapped that fire around the sword. And if you listen to what people were saying, it wasn't an enchanted sword. It was something different. It was like magic wrapped around the sword without an enchantment.
Yeah, like the magic was absorbed into the sword.
Yeah.
Honestly, that scene, that's funny that you say that. I thought it was a little cheap. Hey, he one shotted the monster, right? He one
Yeah.
shotted. That's crazy. I wish it was a little bit more, at least like a 2 or 3 attack combo. But one attack after absorbing some fire, and this monster is like about 25 times stronger than any monsters you've ever faced. That's kind of crazy.
Hey, they had to sell it somehow.
So now that there's like a stronger monster, I'm not even gonna be worried. I'm gonna be like, yeah, he's gonna absorb some magic and probably like fend off this monster or person.
Oh. All right, and yours?
And mine. Um, so this has to do with Sion, man. I liked I liked when he had the scene where the monsters was coming out. They were in the level 11 dungeon. He was with the dude with the blue hair, and I loved his how he just was not didn't have any fear. He was like, "Let's do this. You do your ice clones. I do your fireballs." That solidified for me Sion as at least a top 2 character for me, because I thought he was kind of like one dimensional, especially in the beginning. I won't go too deep into it, but um, basically Sion is a badass, and I like that scene. He's like, do your ice clones, I do the fireballs, and he had that composure, and that confidence. The confidence really got me, and that solidified him as one of my favorite characters.
All right, all right. I can agree with that answer.
Yeah, I fuck with him heavy. I want to see more of him. And you know what's funny? During the anime, a lot of people thought that this was gonna go like the friendship route. No, Sion still hates you. He still don't fuck with you. They thought it was gonna go like the Vegeta route. Oh, we're friends now. No, we ain't friends, motherfucker. You lagger.
I did want him to like stop being such a bitch though. I don't. He's just so controlled over his emotions. I didn't like that. I didn't like how like the tournament. They lost the tournament because of him, and that's when I was like having disappointments in him because he's like so strong. His potential is great, but because he wants dude to notice him, he goes on a tantrum and tries his best to kill him.
I wasn't liking him when during that phase. I wasn't fucking with that. But when he showed more of his badass side, I was like, yeah. And he kept the same energy. He didn't switch up. Comment below your guys' favorite scene in Wistoria Wand and Sword. We want to know.
I bet mine's is better.
It's an opinion based. Anyways, I think that's all we have for this podcast. So, do you have any closing statements, anything you want to get off your chest? It doesn't have to be anime related.
I would say anyone who's hasn't seen Re Zero yet, go ahead and give it a check out. Season 3 is out. If you have seen season 2, and you haven't watched in like a year or so, just rewatch season 2, or if you want, rewatch season 1 all the way through. It's a great anime, without a doubt. I believe it's one of the top tens, and yeah, go. I'm rooting for Subaru Natsuki.
You said top 10?
100% without a doubt.
That's what we
Animations fire, story fire, plot fire, and then there's no plot armor like everyone else gets. You know what grinds my
Hey.
gear? You know what? gonna say this one last thing. One
Yeah.
thing that I, listen. Goku is one of the greatest anime characters out there. One of the strongest ones.
Okay, those are
But
two different things. Greatest and strongest.
greatest. He is one of the greatest. Like
He's the
in
most
terms of iconic, whatever the case is, he should have been dead long ago. He died in his anime several times. The only reason he came back is because of a couple of wishes.
It's just bad writing.
Exactly, and they don't have bad writing in ReZero. But don't take that from me. I want you to make your own opinion.
That is one thing that sets ReZero apart from most animes, is that there isn't some guy that's saving you in the last second. Like, no, you're really getting your leg chopped off, or you're really losing your memory. And the plot's going forward because guess what? There's a checkpoint.
And that's what got me hooked on there, because at the end of season 1, when he I can't tell you guys because I don't want you guys to, you guys got to figure out yourself. But at the end, when you see something bad happen, and then you're just like, oh, I can just restart it, and then you realize you can't. That's like, oh no, like he can't save it. No.
Hey, you're convincing me, but I'm gonna fight back whenever we do this topic.
All right, baby.
Okay, so my closing statement, I'm gonna just self-promo. So, got the anime reactions right now. We currently have Tokyo Revengers. Uploaded the first episodes of Blue Lock season 2, the newest season of Bleach, Thousand Year War Blood Arc. I think that's how you say it. And then we might add something else. I don't know yet. I'll update you on the Patreon itself or Twitter. Follow our social medias as well. Do you have any social medias you want to put in the description?
No.
Your Twitch channel?
Yeah, I can put that in there.
What about YouTube channel?
It's just Unknown Skills. TTV.
You're gonna have to send me the links to those.
I got you.
Alright, so that's all I have. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. We're gonna see how to get this on maybe like other platforms, because right now we plan to put this on YouTube, but I'm gonna try to look to see how to put it on like iTunes, Spotify, platforms like that. We're gonna see how to do that. Different formats, audio only, video. Anything else you want to say? One last thing?
Nope. Thank you guys for checking us out. We appreciate the watch.
This does go up on my Patreon. So if you want to see this 2 weeks ahead, then you can check that out on the Patreon. Other than that, it's still going to go on YouTube. It's just going to go on YouTube later. So that's it for the Double O Podcast, where we have our opposing opinions about anime. This is PennyWhysTV and Skills, and we're out.